To introduce myself, I'm Richard Kelly. I'm the Chief Catalyst of the Fung Group, which is a 110-year-old family business, and my job is essentially to reignite the culture of innovation across the organization. How we reignite the culture of innovation is by, I think some of it is having deep understanding of where we currently are, what is going on around us. And then the enemy of innovation is not doing anything. So then in small ways, just starting to make really loud noises happen at the edge of the business and learn from them as fast as we can. So I think the massive switch is, if you think of the install base in Europe and the US as true bricks retail, then China and Asia's install base is really e-commerce. And so the innovation there is really around speed. So the speed of which e-commerce and mobile commerce and social commerce has moved in Asia means that at some point you still need a place, a real bricks place, to express the brand, the retailer. And so the newest innovations are really when the cloud comes to the ground. I think if you widened out what retailing is, you looked at food retailing, one of my favorite examples is Haidilao, which is a hot pot restaurant where basically you go and almost cook the food yourself. But the myth in China and the reality is that actually, because it's so popular, the lines outside have become really long. And so instead of thinking, oh my God, that's a real problem, Haidilao used that as a way to begin to servicing their clients differently. So they created this whole experiences that they actually learned from Disney about how to create line experiences. So do you have your nails done? Do you have your eyeglasses fixed? Do you have a whole bunch of other services that are happening whilst you're essentially waiting for a table? So is China faster than Europe? Is it a leader innovator? I think in current context around new models of consumerism, yeah, I think that is really happening in China. And some of that is about clearly that because there was no installed base, there's this willingness to try new things and less, I mean, there's still about massive fear of failure, but in truth, the overarching idea of being competitive outweighs all of those ideas of failure. I think China's innately an education learning culture, and so consequently, they're not afraid to get on a plane and go learn about something in Buenos Aires or in London or in other places. And so their willingness to sort of go try things is also, they're also very curious and they want to learn about the new ways of doing things. What are the learnings for European retail? I think the most important for me is this idea of understanding the context you're living in, that it's a global economy and that, you know, you might have been around for 100 years, but ultimately you're probably not in a world where you're optimizing the current model. You're trying to really think about and experiment around a new model. And in that case, then asking new sets of questions in new countries and learning from new markets is really what I would really recommend everybody to do. So if you think about your organization, how much of your organization is actually looking out at new things versus trying to optimize what you're currently doing.